We can now speak to Peter Heyde, who joins us from Malabo. Peter, the Ivory Coast, after starting slowly, appeared to be peaking at the right time. How would you assess their performance yesterday?
Yes, I would agree with that. I think Ivory has managed to really get them to play at their best. Yaya Toure also was much better, I thought, than in the previous games, and I think they certainly have made a mark, and they deserve to be in the final, and I think they could go places. And you know, we've often had teams that get stronger throughout the tournaments, and I think that this is a case where everything's working in their favour.
What impressed you most about the Ivory Coast's demolition job?
I think they were very strong in their forward play. I was impressed that when the DR Congo came back and equalised, it didn't seem to really change or affect the game plan that the Ivorians had at all. They just continued going forward and were rewarded. And I think that showed the confidence which they had and the confidence with which they went onto the field.
DRC looked a bit jaded from their exertions in the previous rounds. Was it one step too far for Florent Ibege's side?
I don't think so. No, I wouldn't say it's a step too far. What I would say is that they played very well to get to this level. I think if you had asked them before the tournament, would you be happy to take a semi-final place and then play in the playoff game, they would definitely have signed that off. And I think they did well. And again, I keep on making this point that they played a terrific side. They played a really good, strong Ivorian side. And I think we'd be taking something away from that if we'd be looking at the kind of the weaknesses in the DRC side. I think what made the game more was the strength of the Ivorian side.
Ghana and Equatorial Guinea play tonight for the right to face them in Sunday's final. How do you see this game being played out?
Well, I mean, there's a huge buzz here in Malabo. There's, everybody's driving around with Ivorian or Equatorial Guinean flags on their cars, etc. And I think that means that the stadium is obviously going to be filled to capacity, and I think that could work. Obviously, it will work in the host's favour, but whether they're strong enough to take on the Ghana side, I really don't know. I think Ghana will be pushing forward and going forward from the first whistle, and Equatorial Guinea will have to kind of see where they can go. I think the game will be dictated by Ghana. There's still a question mark over Asamoah Gyan, and we'll have to see whether he gets to play.
There will also be extra focus on the referee after CAF suspended the Mauritian referee for poor officiating in the quarterfinals. Does this put extra pressure on the match official?
Yes, I think it will put a little bit of extra pressure in that they'll be very, very careful not to seemingly give any decisions for the home side, and that again is something that probably counts in Ghana's favour. Though I have said before, and I still think so, that really the referee was in the Tunisia game was just bad. I don't think he was particularly biased. He was just bad.
Finally, Senegal striker Diafra Sakho has been fined for his no-show at the tournament, and Tunisia have refused to apologise for calling into question the integrity of the competition. What more can you add to this?
Well, I mean, I think it's mainly the Tunisian thing, because I think we've already have Morocco who won't be participating in the next two AFCON tournaments, and CAF they don't shy away from taking decisions, even unpopular decisions, as banning a country from the next competition. And I think Tunisia, they need to come to the party. They need to, well, they say they're not going to apologize, but they need to give very, very good reasons why they don't want to do that, because CAF won't hesitate to suspend them. And I think that's strong. And I think CAF is, and African football wants to show that they're not going to play second fiddle to anybody else. And I think these decisions show that.
Thank you, Peter, for speaking to us.